in our last lesson, we were looking at combining like terms. And we talked about like terms as terms that either have the same variable or same exponents, or ones that are just both constants. We looked at putting them into different colors or shaping them up into different shapes, and then putting together the things that are the same. Sometimes there's only one set of things that are the same, and sometimes there's none. And that algebraic expression is already set to be in simplest form. So today we're going to talk about how do we simplify an algebraic expression. Well, just like with fractions, we are able to put algebraic expressions into their simplest form. This means that we've organized all the information and combined things that are the same, so that way we are able to solve for what we can solve for. So an algebraic expression is in simplest form when it no longer has no like terms and no parentheses. So simplest form for algebraic expressions are in when it has no like terms. So the expression has no like terms and no parentheses. So you've solved it down as far as you possibly can solve it without knowing what the variables are. So simplest form is the algebraic expression when it has no like terms and no parentheses. So let's look at an example. So our first example, example A, has 6n minus 10n. This is not in simplest form. This is not in simplest form because both of these are like terms. We can combine 6n and 10n. We can combine these n's to solve. So they're both the same like terms. We can do that by looking at the reverse distributive property. So if I did 6 minus 10 and then put the n on the end, I would just be combining the 6 and 10. We don't know what the n is, so we're not going to solve that. So if I have 6 and I remove 10, I have negative 4 n's left. So this algebraic expression right here is in simplest form. The simplest form is negative 4n. I've combined all the n's together and put them like 6 minus 10 n's, and I have negative 4. Okay, let's do another one. All right, in this example, we're looking at the letter W. So I have negative 8W plus 5W plus a W. Okay, so all of these W's need to go together for a simplest form. So this here, I have negative 8 and I add on 5. So I now have negative 3W plus this W here. Well, this W is like saying I have 1W. So negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2W. So I have negative 2W. This is now in simplest form. I've combined all the W's together. I could have looked at this like this as well. I could have just taken negative 8 plus 5 plus 1 and then multiplied the W on. That's exactly what I did. So negative 8 and 5 is negative 3 plus 1 is negative 2, and then slid that w over, and again, I have negative 2w. You're just combining things that are the same. Okay, let's do another example. Okay, example C. On example C, I am going to do 4y minus 12y plus 3y. All right, so again, we're going to look at these each as terms. They all have y's, so they can all go together. So I'm going to start here in the front. I have 4 minus 12, which gives me negative 8y. It's like saying I had $4, I spent 12, so I owe someone 8 y's. And I got to drop down the 3y. So I owe somebody 8 y's, but I pay them 3 y's. So I only owe 5 y's. Again, I'm combining together all the things that are the same. I could have also looked at this and said 4 minus 12 plus 3, and then multiplied that by y. 4 minus 12 is negative 8, plus 3 is negative 5, and then just put the y. Okay, last example. So last example for like terms, simplifying expressions that have like terms. Example D. Example D says to simplify negative 3.7. Ooh, this time we have a decimal. So negative 3.7 and what's the next part? Plus h. Oh, I forgot the h. So negative 3.7h plus h minus 13.5 or 13 5/10 h. Okay, all of these have h's. First of all, that's important for us to know. However, this is like saying 1h. So we're going to go ahead and just put together the things that are the same. So I have negative 3.7 plus 1h minus 13.5h. So these two here, negative 3.7 plus 1 is negative 2.7h minus 13.5h. So I had negative 2.7 and I removed another 13.5 h's. Oh my goodness. So negative 2, so that's negative 15. 16.2. So negative 16.2h. I could have also thought about this as fractions. So applying everything we learned in our last unit and converted these to fractions. So let's do a different color so we can see this. So negative 3 7/10 plus 1 whole plus a negative 13 5/10 h. All right, so I could have also looked at this just that way. Convert this, so 37 over 10 plus 1 plus 10 times 13 is 135. Negative 135 over 10. So let's look at these two first. 37 minus 135 more. I would need to make this into tens, or 10 out of 10 for one whole, 10 out of 10. So I could do negative 27 plus I'm running out of space. I wish I would have given myself more space here. So negative 27 minus 137 more, because they're both negatives. So I have reds, and I add more reds to the list. So 7 and 5 is 12. Carry my 1, so there's my 2. 20 and 30. 12, 6, 162, or 16 tenths and 2 tenths for the decimal. Okay? All right, it is your turn now to do a try it or two. So let's go ahead and do a try it. If you need to rewind a little bit and hit pause so that you can finish writing that one out, we're going to do our try it now. Our try it's for today are, let's see here, simplifying the algebraic expression of, so try it number 1. Try it number 1. Try it number 1 says negative 10y plus 15y. And try it number 2. Try it number 2 is 2g minus 2g minus 9g minus a g. Oh my gosh, that's really long. That's a lot of g's there. Okay, go ahead and hit pause right now so you don't hear me solving. And then when you are ready, come on back and hit play. All right, so I have negative 10 and I add 15 to it, which means that I have 5y. Or I could have looked at this like this. Negative 10 plus 15 is 5. I had reds. I add all these yellows. And then I just need to multiply that by the y, and I get 5y. Okay, this problem over here, look at all these 2's and then g's. Lots of 2's, lots of g's. This is like 1g. So I have 2 minus 2 minus 9 minus 1, and that's all times g because they all have the same g. 2 minus 2 is 0, and 0 minus 9 is negative 9, and negative 9 minus 1 more is negative 10g. All right, how did you do? How did you do on simplifying like terms, algebraic expressions with like terms, putting together the things that are the same? Go ahead and answer your essential question. How do we simplify algebraic expressions? What did we have to do? And then go ahead and put your level of understanding out to the side. Where are you at? And then when you are finished, you can go on back to the Google Meet and ask for help, or you can do your practice work. As always, I appreciate all of your hard work and effort, and make it a great day.